that smells really good. I've got Matt here who's making, what are we making here, mate?
Peach and raspberry jam.
This is a jam. So we've got the fruit already chopped up in this big pot.
Yep.
It's purely fruit, no juices
Purely
or anything
fruit,
else?
no juices. We cut the fruit up.
Yeah.
Cook it up in the pot, add a little bit of water, some sugar.
How much sugar? Come on, how much sugar?
It's got a lot of sugar in it. It's got to have a lot of sugar in it to preserve it.
So we're talking, what, 3/4 of the pot sugar?
No, not that much, not that
All
much.
Right.
It's
Okay.
the rule is we have to have 750 grams to each kilo of fruit.
Okay, so
put in there.
3/4
So,
would be...
Yeah. We put in some raspberries, 4 kilos of raspberries in this case.
Peach and raspberry jam.
Yeah,
okay.
peach and raspberry jam. Cook it up, add the pectin, which is a thickening agent made out of apple peels and lemon peel.
And that's the organic version of the citric acid we're talking about.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Basically, cook it up, sterilise the bottles, which are over behind me.
So how long does it boil for?
It boils for about 2 hours.
Do you mash it?
No, we try to keep it as chunky as possible.
Okay, that's part of the jam process that you guys have.
That's how we keep our jam different to everybody else's.
And that piece of timber's come off one of the trees?
No, I think Len would have my head if I'd done that.
All right. So what are you up to, Heather?
I'm about to wash all these jars. I'm going to put them, get them ready to put in the oven so that they can be sterilised.
Okay, so you're sterilising the jars for the jam.
Yes.
So that's part of the process. So you're recycling the glass, is it, or is it
Yes.
just new glass?
No, it's both.
Okay. Do you taste test this?
I do, but I'd burn my tongue. See, that's what happens when it gets on you. It's quite.
Oh yeah,
It's
quite hot.
Quite hot. Yeah.
All right. So from here we're going to fill up the jars. The jars are sterilised.
The jars are sterilised. We've got them in the oven. They've been in the oven at 150 degrees for 10 minutes.
Okay. So we've got to heat them up to the right temp.
Yep.
Get them out here on the table.
Get them out on the table and then start pouring.
Start pouring. All right, guys. We're going to fill up the jars with beautiful peach and raspberry jam. Hot.
Yeah. Quite hot.
So while it's hot, you fill up the jars.
We fill up the jars. Okay.
That's a talent there. Okay.
And then we start pouring.
Okay, so you pour all the lumps and all in there too. Oh, look at that! Look at that sizzle. Why is it sizzling?
Well, it's because the jars are so hot.
Okay, so the jars are hotter than the jam.
The jars are hotter than the jam.
And it's boiling in there. So the aim is to seal that now over?
No. I'm gonna wait for it to stop bubbling because if I fill it all the way up, it's gonna spew over the top.
Okay.
And make the jars extremely sticky.
So you keep going through to the other ones?
Keep going through to the other one.
This is a secret recipe handed down from past generations?
Yes,
or is it just straight off the internet?
It is. No, nothing is off the internet.
Yeah. Can we get this recipe off the internet?
No.
So you're not. So you're not sharing it with anybody.
No,
the only way they're going to get it is by coming down here and
Exactly.
trying the jar themselves.
Exactly.
I'm lassoing the jar because the jars are really, really hot and I don't want to burn myself, so I have to put the lid on, do it nice and tight. Tip the jar upside down real quick so that it seals the inside of the jar.
Okay. So that tipping over of the jar like that is how you seal it.
Helps it
seal.
seal.
So this is what we were talking about before, that you don't have to boil it again and
Exactly
get the air out
right.
of it.
Exactly right.
Tip it upside down.
That'll seal by the heat, and then once it's cooled, we'll tip it over and label it, and it's ready to
sit back
go.
down, and the air pocket on top is okay?
Yeah, the air pockets on top is okay.
Okay.
Because it's basically vacuum sealed itself.
That's a great tip, that one there. So whatever recipe they have or they do at home as far as a jam and preserve is, they can just turn it upside down.
Exactly.
Let it seal over, let it cool off, then turn it back over, and the job's done.
Exactly right.
Perfect, Mares.